You're back here with Jeremy and my co-host.
Ben.
We're the Ancient Enemies. We're here today to do another tier list, and we're going to do the Heroes of Legend, the good ones this time. We always have a question to start with, and we're going to be doing the same one that we had as last episode with Preston. And Preston's a competitive player. He knows what he's doing, and he essentially posed that Middle Earth is inherently uncompetitive. And we want to hear your thoughts on that. It's still, again, going to be the same as last episode. So give us your thoughts, put them down in the comments, or you can email us. But other than that, we're going to hop right into the tier list. So first up, we have Thranduil, King of the Woodland Realm. He is a move 6, fight 7, shoot value 3, strength 4, d4, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4+, intelligence 4+, might will fate 3s across the board. He's got the Elven Hand and a Half weapons. He's got Expert Rider, Leader, Palace Guard, Woodland Creature, Blade Lord, which is if he is outnumbered in a combat, Thranduil may re-roll to wound rolls of a natural 1 when making strikes. If he has the infantry keyword and he is outnumbered in a combat, Thranduil may instead re-roll all failed to wound rolls when making strikes. Fury of the Elven King, if Thranduil is outnumbered in a combat and successfully kills all enemy models that he was engaged in combat with, then in the following turn, Thranduil may declare a heroic combat for free. And do not talk to me at Dragonfire. This is a long one, but he essentially can spend a will point, causes terror, and then he can also cause people to move away from him if they're fail curse tests. So I've used Thranduil before. I really like Thranduil. I've used him in a tournament. Multiple tournaments, have I? No, just
played
one,
the
I think.
Avengers.
Oh that's right. So I did a weird little the Avengers of Middle Earth. I'm not a big Marvel fan, but coined them the Avengers of Middle Earth. It was Thranduil, Nori, Beorn, Gwaihir, and who was it? Legolas? Did I say Legolas? Yeah, Legolas on horse, and then Thranduil on elk, and then I just used them in a generic list with Legolas, a bunch of infantry. I really like Thranduil. He the fight 7 is key for him in the Elven weapons. So again, in this kind of meta where we are constantly seeing high fight heroes, he can stand his ground, and he's got the Elven weapon to boot. And then what, honestly, I think, and this is debatable because it's all debatable, but people like to debate this point of the elk. Last edition, you never took the elk, or rarely. People often thought the elk was not worth the points. But this edition, I think the elk is. I took him on elk both times, and I love the elk. He is 30 points for the elk, but it's good because within, and again, just quickly, we're doing these guys within their army and their profile themselves. So that's kind of how we're rating them. It's always going to be the same. The elk gives him such a big base size to use his arm bonus for, which is the +1 to wound and being a banner. Mm-hmm. And the elk is just, it makes him so good. And not only that, but it makes him killy with the impact hits that he gets with it. Mm-hmm. And yeah, he's just a solid, like he can actually chop and kill, and it's hard to dismount him because that elk is 2 wounds. So
yeah, I was gonna say 2 wounds.
Yeah, it's a great profile. He has those couple ones where like the free hero combat shenanigans, if you proc that, or that one's hard to do. I think harder than it kind of seems at first. And the terror thing, I've actually not used it at all, I don't think. And part of that is just me forgetting it, but part of it is also when you want it, you don't always have priority, things like that. So it's not always super useful, but I don't know if you have anything to say about him, Ben.
I don't really have much to add. Within the list, like Thranduil's Halls, obviously, yeah, the big base size helps on the elk. But yeah, it's a pretty good Elven general to take. You can't really go wrong with Thranduil.
The Elven Lord. I think
King of the Woodland Realm.
I think the weakness with him, I didn't really mention any weaknesses, but the weakness is the defense on him. So you can take the heavy armor on him, which makes him D6, but D6 is still D6. It's not like a lot of the other heroes where you can get D7. So you are susceptible to troops,
Mm-hmm.
and not really getting one shot because you're still 3 wounds, 3 fate. But I do think that, and he doesn't. The things that kind of make him special don't make him like super special good. So I think he slots into A tier comfortably.
Mm-hmm.
I think he'll end up high as we go through this,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I agree with that. Um,
next up we
Elendil just got deleted,
have.
but Elendil was next. Next is actually Elrond. Um,
Okay,
let's go to Riv. Let's see here. That's awkward-eyed Elendil ready. And he just got deleted, so I don't know. We'll find him later. Okay. Elrond, Master of Rivendell. So Elrond is move 6, fight 7, shoot value 3 plus, strength 4, d7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 3, intelligence 3 plus, 3s across the board. He's got Hadafang, the unique hand and a half elven weapon, +1 to wound against spirit models. He's got the ring, Vilya. He can reroll his fate. Expert Rider, Terror, Woodland Creature. He's got the Foresight points and Lord of the West. He's also got 2 magical powers, Renew and Wrath, but mainly you're going to be casting Wrath with Elrond. You can take him on a horse. Yeah, Elrond is really good. Jer has played a lot of Riv casually. He's played at a tournament too. Elrond and Glorf together. But Elrond is just a hard model to kill because of his rerollable fate. He's D7. He can pop Wrath when he's in the thick of it and just make everybody
cause
prone.
havoc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he just wreaks havoc. Yeah, fight 7, Elven Blade obviously is also he's going to be winning combats too. One of his weaknesses is he's not Horse Lord, which Jer
Yeah,
has
true.
suffered from
So true.
because you can just get the horse can just get shot out in a turn. It's not easy. It's not even an armored horse, so it's just the D4 regular horse profile. It's super easy to get rid of. I don't know. What do you think, Jer?
I think there's a couple things that often get overlooked with him. One of them is the foresight of the Eldar. With the you get the points at the beginning of the game for priority. They get overlooked because they don't maybe seem that powerful up front when you read them, and you sometimes only roll a 1 or 2. But even that 1 or 2 can be essentially 2 heroic moves per game. So no matter what, it's a great rule to have, especially in Rivendell. It's often like a might stringent list where you're looking for might batteries.
Yeah.
So that helps there. And then he's Lord of the West, so he's very likely to win dual rolls with the extra dice roll. And like you said, that rerollable fate just makes him being the hero of legend that he is. He's often going to be your leader, or always will be. Well, often will be.
Yeah.
If he's in I think he's hero of legend in Riv, and I don't know what else. But
I think just
yeah.
Riv.
I think it might just be Riv.
Also,
so you're not worried about him getting wounded, like too bad. Cause,
yeah, exactly. And the army bonus invoke the Bruinen when you break as Riv, and you get the better Wrath is also very good.
yeah, and that's attached to him, or Arwen, but yeah, that still makes him good.
Yeah,
I'd comfortably slot him into A2.
To A. I was thinking above Thranduil.
Really, right off the bat.
I think so. What do you think?
I mean,
you're the elf. You get the final say. I think.
I think it's so tough because Thranduil's army bonus, like profile wise, Elrond would be the better profile. He's got the magical spells, but Thranduil does have the elk, and his army bonus that is attached to him is so good.
It's true.
I would, and I think in Riv, Elrond gets a little overshadowed by Glorfindel, which isn't in this list because he's not a hero of legend. But I would keep Thranduil ahead, to be honest.
Okay. I'm fine.
Like it's so close.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so close, but
They're almost side by side.
Yeah. Next up, we got Amer.
Yep.
So Amer, he is Hero of Legend and Defenders. Oh, he's in a lot. Sorry.
He's in Riders of Amber. He's Hero of Legend, I think.
Yep, right. Riders of Amer. He's got to be Hero of Legend in that one.
And Grief of Amber.
Grief of Amer, he's... Oh, yeah, sorry, he is. Yeah. Grief, we haven't really touched on Grief, have we? I don't think either of us have ever played Grief. Maybe once.
I did once.
Amer, it's nice to see Amer doing pretty well. This edition, he's definitely got a lot of buffs. He's finally the fight 6 that people have been begging for, and he's got a couple. He's got Firefoot's 12 inches, right? 12-inch move. You also have again a horse. Sorry, I got to read his profile out here for you guys. So he's move 6, fight 6. Shoot value 4+, strength 4, D6 attack 3, wound 3, courage 4+, intelligence 5+, and he's might will fate 3s across the board. He's got Guthwine, so this is a cool little one. He has a unique hand weapon. Additionally, each time a model armed with Guthwine rolls a natural 6 to wound when making a strike, they immediately make a single additional to wound roll against the target. If this additional to wound roll is a natural 6, this will not benefit from this special rule. He's got Expert Rider, Horse Lord, Leader of Rohan Royal Guard, and the Price of Grief, which if Theoden or Eowyn are in the same army, if they're removed as a casualty, then for the remainder of the game, Amer must reroll all failed wound rolls when making strikes. Additionally, for the remainder of the game, when Amer moves, he must charge an enemy model if possible. So, and then he has, he can be equipped with a shield or throwing spears, and he has Firefoot with armor for 25 points. So he's definitely a bit of a beat stick this edition. I haven't used Amer much. He's just a solid profile. He's a solid hitter. He doesn't really have anything crazy for him. Guthwine's nice, but if it procs, but like you're not really relying on that to deal multiple wounds. But overall, it's just a solid profile. I don't have much more to say about him.
Yeah, other than it's also nice that they made Horse Lord a little bit different, a little bit better. With you roll the D6 and the Nat 6 prevents the wound, and then you can also use your fate. But yeah, I agree. It's just a solid, good profile. Haven't played him much.
I think the one thing that we didn't mention was the to the King in Rise of Amer, that special bonus where he gets free combats. It's probably the list you want to take with Amer. It's a sweet rule, obviously, for him. Like solid profile, solid hitter. So once you give him that, and he's the +1 to strength on the charge in that list too. So you have a strength 5, heroic combating 3 might will fate hero. That's pretty nasty.
Yeah.
Where are you slowing him?
I think he goes in A tier.
I think he goes A. I think he'll end up low A. If things get crowded up there, we'll have to shift things. But yeah, Ben and I both. I mean, Dorfin and Elf, we like good lists. We like the good profiles. So it's going to be hard not to rate a lot of these guys highly. And I think good has, again, this edition just been good. Like compared to evil armies, the good has seen a lot of play. So yeah.
Up next is Radagast, and I purposely put the old model there because I don't care for the new Radagast. So Radagast is move 6, fight 5, shoot value 4, strength 4, D5, 2 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 3, intelligence 4, 3 might, 6 will, 3 fate. He has a staff of power. He is Sebastian, so he gets the extra strength 1 strike. Mountain dweller, stalk unseen, woodland creature, and master of birds. So Radagast is always assumed to have line of sight to any point on the battlefield. Additionally, friendly eagle models within 12 inches of Radagast gain the resistant to magic special rule. So he is Hero of Legend only in Radagast Alliance. So
he is Hero of Legend in Battle 5 armies too, surprisingly. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought, okay. 5 armies, though, he still has to be taken on an eagle, right?
No. Yes, he does.
Yeah, so he
Yeah.
doesn't even have a staff of power when he's a hero of legend. So do you want me to go through his spells? There's really no point.
You can just list out what they are quick. Yeah.
Panic Steed, Terrifying Aura, Renew, Transfix, Aura of Dismay, Nature's Wrath, and Writhing Vines.
What does and Panic Steed's on a 2+, right? 2 or 3
3
plus?
plus. 3
3
plus.
plus. I think he's one of the only ones in the game with that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know what to think about Radagast. I mean, when he's on an Eagle too, I've never even played him while he's on an Eagle.
I don't think I've ever played Radagast.
I have
I
him
want to, but
on the Chariot. That's the only time I've ever played him.
yeah, true.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to think about Radagast.
I just think he's mid. Like, and part of his issue is he's overshadowed by his starry friends Gandalf and Saruman, right? Like,
Yeah.
he's overshadowed. I think in the less like, okay, sure, he's a hero of legend in Battle of Five Armies, but how often are you going to take him in Battle of Five Armies?
Yeah.
And then, sure, you'll take him in Radagast Alliance, but in there he's just kind of yeah. So he's kind of your whatever. You know, he's your caster and he's solid, but he's nothing. Again, he's missing that staff of power. That's probably. I mean, personally, I'm slotting him into B probably right away because he just does his job, but because he doesn't have that staff of power, then what? Like he doesn't have anything crazy going for him. So
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with B. Kind of middle of the road.
yep. Who's next?
Earl the Young.
Errol the Young. Errol. How do you pronounce
Earl.
it?
It's just
No, I think
easy. Earl.
I think it's Errol.
It
Doesn't
might
know
be
that.
that way, but I'm pronouncing it Earl.
Earl the Young can only be taken in one list. The Legacy list, Fields of Celebrant. This list just seems to be getting so much attention.
Yeah.
Everybody's talking about this list. I think the only reason why you're not seeing it more is the fact that you get two of those riders in a pack. They're obviously not printed anymore, and they're really expensive. So it's basically just conversion time for anybody who wants to play this. But Errol the Young is a profile. So his list solid, and his I'll read out his stat line here. He's move 6, fight value 6, shoot value 4+, strength 4, D7, attack 3, wound 3, courage 5+, intelligence 5+, might 3, and then he's will 2 and fate 2. There's not a lot of heroes in the game that are fate 2. He's got throwing spears, expert rider, horse lord. He's a legendary hero, so the first time each turn Errol spends a point of might, roll a D6 on a 4+. The might point is free and does not reduce his store. And spear mastery, which doesn't really matter. This model may use its throwing spears as a normal spear during the fight phase, so long as it hasn't made a shooting attack. And he's got Felaroth, move 12 as his horse. So again, it's one of those classic kind of mid fighty Rohan heroes. He does have his little special might. Like hypothetically, you could pull, so like hypothetically you're getting whatever the percentage works out there, like 1 to 2 might out of it if odds work out. It's a 50-50, right? So but it could just go off and next thing you know you're getting all these points of might for free. But I've played Fields of Celebrant a couple times. The army bonus is awesome, which is the charge for Errol. So at the start of the activation, you can use this, and then all the models get to reroll wounds for a turn. So that's huge. But yeah, as a profile, solid profile. And he's got the 12-inch horse, which makes him super versatile. I think I think it's partially the meta with Balrog and again the higher fight heroes. You have to keep him protected, and you do really want that charge to go off, or you want that charge to go off at least one turn. But that being said, he does. Sorry, I haven't been mentioning the heroic actions either, which should be mentioning. He has defense, resolve, strength, and strike. So He has good heroics too, so he's just kind of solid throughout the board again, a little bit like Amer, but he doesn't have anything crazy special going for him. I don't know if you have anything else to say, but I'm probably slotting him into B.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree with the B tier.
The 12-inch move again is nice. It's sick, like makes him versatile, but he's susceptible to magic, and he's susceptible to the big boys just
Yeah,
coming in and smoking them.
yeah, for sure. Um, so next up is Theoden. So Theoden can be taken in a lot of lists, and I think he is Hero of Legend in all of them. So Theoden, I'll read his stats off. He's move 6, fight 5, shoot value 4, strength 4, D5, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, courage 5, intelligence 5, 3 might, 3 will, 1 fate. Hargrim. This is a unique hand weapon. Additionally, if a model armed with Hargrim is involved in a drawn combat where the combat is tied at this model's fight value, then instead of rolling off to see who wins, this model wins instead. And if both sides have a similar roll, you'll still roll off normally. Expert Rider, Horse Lord, Leader, Royal Guard, Fourth, and Fear, No Darkness, 12-inch stand fast. And the Will of Men is easily corrupted, so he gets reduced to fight value 3 and can't declare heroic actions or spend will points within 6 inches of Grima. He can be taken with heavy armor, a shield, and then Snowmane with armor or without. And yeah, Snowmane just lets Theoden pass, or he can reroll his failed courage checks to charge an enemy model.
Snowmane, doesn't he do one other thing? Doesn't it, like make him? Oh no, it's Brago. I think I'm thinking
No,
of.
probably.
Yeah, yeah. No, sorry, it's Brago.
And he can challenge, march, and strike. So I think one of the biggest downfalls to Theoden, obviously, is his. I
He's
don't
got a
know.
few. He's got a few.
He's got quite a few. I'll start with the one fate, because that one's obvious,
One
and
fate, two
then
wound.
one fate, 2 wounds. Yeah, and then he's also only 2 attack, so he's not your hitter. But obviously, you don't really want him to be your hitter. You have other, yeah, like beat 6, like we mentioned, Amer, and even what's his face? Like, well, now the legacies are out. I haven't played Rohan since before legacies were released.
Yeah.
Like in the new edition. So Erkenbrand and Elfhelm are back now. But
Rohan was your first army, right? Your full first
Rohan was
full
my
army.
first full army. Bought it
Shout
off
out
of Derek.
Derek. Yeah,
Shout out Derek.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I played Rohan a lot at the start of the edition, and then also last edition, right at the end when I got into the game. So I liked Rohan, and I think my Théoden probably died in every single game I ever played.
Yeah, you don't. I haven't really seen him at all this edition. I think it's partially because they changed that rule for that the fight value buff is not attached to Theoden anymore. So he was always the linchpin where you just kill Theoden and that you'd lose your fight value. But now I think it's just the Rohan general. So a lot of Theoden's use is kind of down the toilet, but he does have a lot of weaknesses at the, again, him being probably your leader, like fight 5, not good, attack 2, not good, fate 1, not good. So it really just feels like you're kind of hiding him. And even within the meta with like Army of the White Hand and Grima kind of kicking around, he's susceptible to Grima and he's way worse
True.
with his special rule there at the end. So I think
I think he
is he
slots
an
into
F?
C tier.
Yeah, I think he slots into
I don't
C
think
comfortably.
Yeah, he could drop to F later on. Up next, Aernur.
Arnor. I've played Arnor. I've played Battle of Fornast a bit. That's the only list that he can be taken in. He's a fun model. He's a great looking model. Read off his stats here quick. He's a fight 6, move 6, shoot value 4 plus, strength 4, D7, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4 plus, intelligence 6 plus, might and will are 3, and fate is 1. He has challenge, resolve, and strike. And he has a Fool's Challenge. If Aranor is ever the target of a heroic challenge, he may never choose to decline under any circumstances. Additionally, when Aranor activates, he is able to charge an enemy hero model. Then he must do so. And Master Duelist, at the start of a combat involving Aranor, before any heroic strikes are resolved, Aranor may increase his fight value to match that of a single enemy model he is engaged in combat with. Additionally, Aranor can never have his fight value modified by enemy special rules or magical powers. I have a bit of a love-hate with him just because I would love to use him, but I don't think he really is that great compared to, again, some other lists. Like, I think you just objectively take Rivendell over this list for a few different reasons. But the other thing I should mention is he can be equipped with the armor horse and lance, which you are always doing. If he doesn't have that, he's not really killy. You want him to be on that horse to get the lance bonus. But yeah, he doesn't like he's a solid stat line. His trick obviously is the Master Duelist. The issue with the Master Duelist is you already have a fight 8 elf lord in your list. So really you're only using it for things like, I don't know, the Balrog or like Sauron. And at that point you're kind of committing, like, you don't really want Aranor going in there by himself. You're probably getting Glorf in there too. So
Yeah.
and the final kicker is he's getting hamstrung by his charging rule, which is sometimes hard to remember throughout the game. Obviously, I don't really like those rules because they're often hard to remember, and they hamstring you. So you're now bound to charge. Somebody could bait you away, essentially. So, any other thoughts on this guy?
Not really, but yeah, the being able to bait him away is where I've seen him fail the most. Is you just send a model off to the side and then he has to charge, and that's his biggest thing. But I've also seen you do better with straight Riv compared to Fornost.
He is he's efficient for his points value. Right, he's only 135 points with the armored horse and lance, so that's nothing really. Sorry, 140 points because he's 110 plus 30. So nothing to sniff at there, but I think he slots comfortably into B. I think he slots definitely at the top of that too. Definitely above Radagast. Glorf's the hero of Val. No, is he? No, Glorf is the hero of Legend. My bad. Yeah, he's Valor and Rivendell, so we will see him. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Next up is Galadriel. Galadriel, yeah. So Galadriel can be taken in Loth and Council of... But I think she's only Hero of Legend in Loth.
Yeah.
Okay, so she is move 6, fight 6, shoot value of 3+, strength 3, D3, 1 attack, 3 wounds, courage 3, intelligence 3, 3 might, 6 will, 3 fate. She's Nenya, the ring, so she can reroll her fate points. She causes terror. She's a woodland creature. And the Lady of Lorien, so she gets the free will point every turn. She has Compel, Transfix, Blessing of the Valar, Blinding Light, Fog of Disarray, Foil Magic. And she can be taken with the Mirror of Galadriel. Galadriel is solid profile. She's a really good caster. But I've also seen less and less people taking Galadriel and more people taking Celeborn and the brothers for the fight value buff, and the brothers are better at killing than Galadriel, obviously. So what are your thoughts?
She is still, she's a solid caster. She gets that free will. She's susceptible to obviously getting one shot because she's unarmed. If she, but you're going to be protecting her really well.
You still reroll your fate.
Yeah, you could reroll your fate. You also have the defense, which you can use. And she has the mirror, which I think gets overlooked sometimes. But that is also like Lothlorien's a reactive list. So if you're getting that little priority buff at the beginning where you get the mirror is essentially you have to touch it, and then I mean you get fate back too, but the big thing is yeah, if you're touching it, then on the next roll you get a +1, on the priority roll you get a +1. So it's a really nice thing to have. Some people might think it's a little expensive for 25 points, but overall she is solid. And yeah, her transfix is 3 up. That's what you're using a lot of the time. She can still channel that, so she is pretty lethal. It's tough between I can't even see on screen there. Who's out of Elrond? Thranduil. I don't know.
I think she goes between the two. I'd still like to have Elrond above Thranduil, and then I would put Elrond, Galadriel, and Thranduil.
Yeah, I think I almost wanted to put her into S, but I think because of what she does for the list, Celeborn does a lot for it now. So she doesn't do as much as and Celeborn can still cast transfixes and things too. He's not a bad caster either. So I would probably put her in between Thranduil and Elrond.
Yeah,
I could see a case for her being below Elrond, but she is just so good with the free will.
Your 3 goats up at the top here.
Yeah, that's right. Where are the dwarves? I don't see them yet. Well, I mean, we haven't touched one.
They'll be here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Gandalf the White is up next.
Gandalf the White, what a legend. This guy is finally back on the table after not being for a very long time. So Gandalf the White, he is move 6, fight 6, shoot value 4+, strength 4, d6, attack 3, thank goodness, wound 3, courage 3+, intelligence 3+, might 3, will 6, and fate 3. He's got channeling, defense, resolve, strike. He has blinding light, terrifying aura, transfix, foil magic, fortify spirit, strengthen will, banishment, sorceress, blast, and your staff is broken. He's got everything. Glam drink, so you resolve your strength +1, and it's a unique elven hand and a half weapon. He's got Narya, so he can reroll failed fate rolls, and he has a staff of power, so he gets a free point of will each turn. He's good. He's finally good.
I love this profile.
Finally good. He's 225 points with Shadowfax. You're probably equipping Shadowfax.
Yeah.
Because of the 12-inch move, it just makes him crazy. Like he's referred to as the Swiss Army knife. Sometimes he can, especially this edition, he can finally go in and attack things. But that 12-inch move, makes him killy on the charge, and then he can also just whip across the board and cast a Sorceress Blast at your banner. He's always a threat to anything on the board for you.
Yeah, did you mention Shadowfax's fate and will as well?
No, but that's true too.
1 fate, 1 fate, 2 will, and Shadowfax can roll 2 dice when making jump, leap, or swim tests and pick the highest.
So good.
Will only half the move value through difficult terrain instead of quartering it. Obviously, because he's the goat.
Also, when you equip Pippin, who's
you
also
get the extra might,
the might and the will. The might and the will. Sorry, 1 might, 1 will, 2 fate. So you're like 4 might, 7 will, whatever.
The will can only be used to
5
resist,
fate.
I believe. You can't cast with his will.
Yeah. And I guess the fate's also for him too. You can't share fate.
No. And he's not Horse Lord, so the fate's only for Pippin. Yeah, I think it's a good profile. I think it sits in A pretty comfortably. I would say
you can spend it as your own. I was gonna say sorry. Yeah,
what?
I thought you could. You can spend Pippin's. It says right at the end, and can spend Pippin's might, will, and fate points as if they were his own. But yeah, you can't.
But
it's so good if you equip Pippin. He's crazy.
Might, will, and fate. But I still don't think you can cast with his will.
Yes. Yeah, I believe you're correct on that.
Yeah, he can resist with Pippin's will.
Yeah.
Where do you think he sits? I think he sits in the top of A.
He's top of A. No, he's got to go S.
Yeah,
He's got to
but
go S, I think.
I think I'm
I
being
think he'd
too
be
harsh.
I think he'd be A he didn't if he was like one attack or two attack, but
Sure.
because he has that versatility, he's got to go A. He is the only downside with this guy is your ability to use him because he's so many points and there's so many things he can do. You have to be able to use him well.
Okay, next is Gandalf the Grey. So Gandalf the Grey is fight or move 6, fight 5, shoot value 4, strength 4, D5. Excuse me, 2 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 3 plus, intelligence 3 plus, 363. He has channeling, defense, resolve, and strike. He still has Glamdring. He still has Narya. He still has the Staff of Power. Um, and then the spells I think are the same. He doesn't have. Oh yeah, he does. I think the spells are the same.
Yeah, I think they're a little different. Like I think Gandalf the White has Fortified
He's.
Spirit. They're definitely a little different,
I think he. Yeah.
but
Um.
similar.
Yeah. The main downfall. Well, obviously he's worse than Gandalf the White. He's only D5. Only he loses the attack, so he's 2 attack. He can still reroll the fate though, so he's not. He's only fight 5 as well.
Yeah, he's 30 points less.
30 points less. He. You can take him on the cart. In which list can you take it on? The Shire.
Road to Rivendell.
Nope. You can take it in the Shire, and that's it. Yeah, only on the Shire. You can take the cart. Do you want me to read out the cart?
Is he a hero legend in that list?
Yes.
Yeah, might as
He's
well.
a hero
The
legend
cart's
in
been
the Fel-
wreaking some havoc.
Legend. Okay, so at the start of every friendly shoot phase, Gandalf can select one of the fireworks listed below. Choose one enemy model within line of sight that is within 6 inches of his cart and roll a d6. On a 2 plus, the chosen model suffers the effect of the selected firework. This can never be done if Gandalf is engaged in combat and may never target an enemy model who themselves is engaged in combat. Knowing the ways are required. And then the fireworks are whooshing arrow. Target immediately suffers a strength 2 hit. Goblin popper. Then models knocked prone. Has no effect on monster models. Flaming wheel. The target suffers a -1 to their dual roll for the following fight phase. And the big one. The target immediately suffers a strength 8 hit. And if they survive, they are knocked prone. This firework can only be used once. Yeah, we've definitely been seeing Gandalf's cart kicking around. It's a pretty good
Yeah,
profile.
Zach had to use it right in the last tournament.
Yeah, yeah, at the Lindsay tourney,
Yeah.
and I think he went 2-2 with it as well.
Yep. Yeah,
Um,
it's a
Other
lot of
than that
rules. It's a
version
lot
of
of
Gandalf the
shenanigans.
Grey, yeah. Other than the, I don't see anybody playing the Fellowship with Gandalf the Grey in it. I only really ever see Gandalf the Grey with the Shire.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's not a profile.
Really interested in.
Yeah, I'm not interested in this. I mean, the cart is cool and fun, but it also can be it's tough to deal with as the opponent. But it does make him pretty good. He's
Mm-hmm.
definitely with kind of his shenanigans and what he does for his lists. I think he's got to be. He's not A. He's not A. I don't think because of his combat prowess.
Yeah, I think he's. Sorry, go ahead.
He's definitely above Radagast. He's
I
got
was
to be
going to
above
say in
Radagast.
between. Yeah, he's above Radagast, not above Aerner.
He honestly, oh yeah. I mean,
I don't
Tanner
know.
doesn't provide a whole ton for his list. Having Gandalf the Grey above Arnor. You know what? I would probably put him above Arnor, just for kind of for list sake, not necessarily because I don't know. It's a weird one. Leave him there for
Yeah,
now.
it's
Maybe we'll come
it's
back
one of
to him.
those ones where it feels wrong. That's why I'm hesitant. It feels wrong to put him
Yeah.
there, but it does. I get your argument for it. It kind of makes sense.
Like with Gandalf's card, he can deal with so many things that Arnor can't.
Yeah, but I feel like once you just charge the cart, then what? Like you can't use it while you're engaged in combat or against someone engaged in combat.
Yeah. Leave him there for now. Maybe we'll come back to him.
Yeah. Okay, this is Helm the Wraith.
Helm. This is Andrew wanted
This is
to
for
talk about
Barbazon.
Helm. Yeah, Andrew commented say talk about Helm. So here we are talking about the man himself, the what's the word? The poster child of this edition. Kinda.
Yeah,
Not
they
really.
kind of wanted Hera to be the.
Yeah. So this is Wraith of the Hornburg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wraith of the Hornburg, Santa Claus edition.
Yeah.
So Santa Claus edition. So he is. So we haven't been mentioning the points, only for some of them, but from now on we're gonna hopefully remember the points. So he's 180 points. He is move 6, fight 7, shoot value 5+, strength 6, defense 5, attack 3, wound 3, courage 3+, intelligence 5+, might 3, will 3, and fate 1. He is burly, dom 4, which is really cool. Fearless, hatred, Dunland doesn't really come into effect. Well, not
Yes, it does.
no. I mean, to an extent, I guess, but like you're already wounding wildmen on whatever the heck it is. Like
Strength
already threes are it's
D4
strict D3.
threes.
Yeah, you're already threes. So twos
Are they D3?
or D3.
Yeah, so twos. So you're just munching them.
Twos. Your your hatred Dunland and your burly. Oh no, but you don't have a weapon. Yeah. So, anyways, without trying to continue figuring out the math on that, he has mighty blow, the hammer hand.
But he's never considered unarmed.
Yeah, but he doesn't have like a two-handed weapon
Oh,
to
true.
use the burly on, like +1 to wound or whatever.
True, yeah, I guess.
He's just instant killing.
Yeah. Just engage in combat and die.
That would actually be pretty cool. Come on,
That would
like
be
he's
cool.
just in the combat. All he has to do is win the fight, and they're just dead. That would be pretty
Yeah.
sick.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd
that
be
would be cool.
vaguely thematic too. And you know what? Who cares? Like they're tribesmen. Yeah. So Hammerhand, he's never considered unarmed. No longer a leader. If your army includes Helm, then he can never be your army's general, even if he is the hero with the highest heroic tier. Additionally, Helm can never call a standfast, and friendly models cannot benefit from any heroic action declared by Helm. And he's got Berserk Rage. Helm Hammerhand must always charge to be able to do so. Additionally, if Helm charges into combat, then he gains the Terror Special Rule until the end of the phase and may declare heroic combat in the fight phase without spending might. We played around with this guy a bit. I think at the beginning when we just got the box set or whatever, and we were trying out some new models and things, we played with him, right?
Converted a Helm, yeah.
He's a really solid profile. He's got the fight value 7, right? He's a strength 6 and can smash things, attack 3. But I think the kicker that always comes up with this guy is it's nice that he's no longer leader in the sense that you can just chuck him into the fight, and he is only D5 1 fate, so you're not super worried about him dying as your leader, but you can't take any dudes with him. So he takes up, so for 180 points, he's taking up so many of your points, and no ability to carry any troops is bad for him. The little combo that you can do in this list is with Hera, right? The Bride of Death. So models can't strike against her in this.
We'll talk about her later.
Is she legend? Yeah, she is legend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got that little combo there. Does that necessarily make Helm better? I guess kind of.
I did play this list, and I did like it a lot. I thought it was fun because you're also all of your infantry models, Rohan infantry, are dominant 2. So
Yeah.
you might be low model count, but you still count for scoring as 2 models each, which is pretty nice.
But that doesn't really. That's not attached to Helm, right?
No, it's just the army list.
Yeah. The only thing that's attached to Helm in that army list is the whole if he kills an enemy hero monster, enemy models within 3 of Helm must take a courage test in order chosen. If the test has
Mhm.
failed, they can move them up to their move value directly away, which is kind of okay, whatever. I mean, I think he's got to be B because of his restrictions.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think he's got to be B because of his restrictions. But if he didn't, again, he's got those combats. He's solid, but he's just too restricted, and I think he's got to be at the bottom.
Yeah, I think he goes. Yeah, I was gonna say at the bottom. Um. Okay. King Brand is up next. So Brand, King of Dale, is move value 6, fight value 5, shoot value 4, strength 4, D7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 5 plus, intelligence 5 plus, 331. He has resolve, strength, and strike. He's 110 points. He has a 12-inch stand fast, and then he is a stoic fighter. So at the start of any combat involving Brand, check to see if Brand would be considered trapped. Should he lose the duel roll, if Brand, sorry, would be considered to be trapped should he lose the duel roll. If Brand would be considered trapped, then he may reroll a single d6 during the duel roll and reroll a single d6 when rolling to wound. So it's kind of like a worse Lord of the West when you're trapped. So
Hmm.
he can be taken in Army of Dale, and then I think Erebor and Dale as well. Because Erebor and Dale is the one with the King Dane as well. I'm trying to find it here.
It's a very mid. It's a very mid stat line.
Yeah.
It's just like your bare bones. Bare bones, you would like obviously to see a fight 6 there, but he's only fight 5. But then he's just strength 4, D7 attack 3, like you're.
Mm-hmm. It's Defenders of Erebor he's in. So I will say, so in the Army of Dale, I don't think you will ever take Army of Dale over Garrison of Dale, because you don't get Girion. But then in Defenders of Erebor, there could be an argument made to play Defenders of Erebor because there is the, sorry, if they
The
have
alliance.
the alliance where they get
Yeah.
he counts as a banner, and there's all those special rules where if either of the kings would
Yeah.
be trapped, then they call a heroic combat, and then if either the sons would be trapped, they call a heroic combat. So that list could be interesting to play. I haven't tried it yet, even though I own Dale. But yeah, it is a pretty mid profile on its own, and there's a better Dale hero to take, who is better for your army. So I think he probably goes in C tier, to be honest.
C, eh?
I just don't think there's any real case to take him.
And you're saying you take Garrison of Dale instead of Army of Dale?
Yes. Purely because you get Girion, and
Can you take Brandon Garrison?
no. Garrison, you can only take Girion.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, that's what you're saying. Yeah, but
I'm saying
taking that list above this one.
I'm going to take Garrison of Dale over Army of Dale or whatever.
Yeah.
That's why I think he sits in C. He doesn't really do anything for his army, and then within the lists, he does count as a banner. But that's about it.
I think that's the only reason why.
That's the only
that
list I
would-
would play him in. I would never play
Yeah.
Army of Dale. Straight up, never. I would never play it.
Yeah, he's probably a high C.
Yeah.
He helps his list. He still helps his list. Like he does things for his list. He's not completely useless, but yeah, that's fair. Thor.
My brethren.
Well, this is what's the word? I have a lot of respect for these dwarves. These are my favorite dwarves. This is Dwarf Army I'm calling on. If I'm, reclaiming Erebor, and they're alive, I'm not calling Dane. I'm calling Thror.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Thror. So let's just go through his profile. He can only be taken army of Thror, which is obviously one of the
No,
most.
Aragorn and
Oh,
Dale.
sorry. Okay.
There's
And
the Hobbit era
yep.
combo as well. Sorry.
Okay. This army got smashed in this edition.
Mm-hmm.
But Thror is still Thror. He's 130 points. He is fight 6, move 5, strength value 4 plus, shoot value 4 plus, strength 4, D9, awesome, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4 plus, intelligence 5 plus, might and will 3, and fate 1. He's got the Arkenstone, where you can roll it, and on the 3 plus, you pass your fate. Additionally, when making a fate roll, if the result is 4 better, then the fate point is free. So you can essentially have infinite might with him if you roll well. The Ring of Durin, unique piece of war gear. Once per game during the priority phase, after the roll for priority has taken place, the bearer of the Ring of Durin can re-roll their side's priority. Nice to have. And Ancient Enemy's Orc, which is another nice to have. These, that's us, obviously, but yeah, Ancient Enemies is just a very mid, not even mid. It's like a low tier.
I'd rather have Hatred Orc. Yeah.
Yeah, and it doesn't come into effect a lot of the time. But Thror, I loved this army last edition. It was really cool. It was really cool. He's attached to, when he's highly attached to the army bonus because friendly models. The army bonus is friendly airborne models treat Thror as a banner within a range of 6. So that is a good case for Thror being in a higher tier. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's a very solid profile. He's hard to kill, this guy. You almost don't even want to, as the opposing player, spend any time or resources during the game going after him because you have to crack through that D9. So unless you have like a +1 to wound against this guy, good luck. 6x4, 6x5s, 6x6s for some armies. But yeah, he's hard to crack. And then guess what? Oh, you crack through the defense. Okay, well, I'll fate that. 4 up. Yep. Oh yeah, okay. You just wasted all this time. So, you have anything else to say about this guy?
No, I haven't even touched him at all, which is a shame because I love the dwarves, but he's so bad this edition. His army is so bad this edition that it's not even worth playing. And yeah, but there is a case to be made about why he's good.
Yeah, I think he doesn't really have a ton of killing power.
Yeah.
Strength 4, okay. You can maybe chop 2 guys a turn if you get lucky, but odds are you're killing 1. So he's just stalwart, like he's hardy. He's a hardy dwarf.
He's a hardy dwarf.
So I mean, disregarding the army that he's in, I do think he goes into A. Low A.
I don't think we can ignore the army though, because we've made the case for everybody else for the army.
Yeah, I know, but it's like, what does he do for the army, right? I don't want to.
Oh, you don't want to weigh it. Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like it's not like the army's bad, but him in and of itself and what he does for the army makes him good.
I understand.
So
yeah, I'm happy with him there. So then next is the old man Dane, Dane, King Under the Mountain.
He switched up his weapons.
He did. They actually gave him the axe.
Yeah, what he's supposed to have.
Yeah.
So confusing. Barantha, what is it?
Barantha Zul. Yeah, I'll read it out here. So Dane,
coming over there.
Quiz duel. So Dane Ironfoot, King Under the Mountain. He is a 5-inch move, fights 6, strength 4 plus, shoot value 4 plus, strength 4, D8, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 3 plus, intelligence 4 plus, 3 might, 3 will, 1 fate. He has challenge, resolve, strength, and strike. He has Barantha Zul, which is his master forged 2-handed weapon. He is fearless. He is venerable, so he has to roll 2 dice when he jumps, climbs, or leaps, and choose the lowest result. And then he's king under the mountain. So he's a battlefield wide standfast, including heroes.
Mm,
So
that's right.
so yeah, he can be taken in the same list as Brand with that Dale Iron Hills Air War soup. But the main list you're going to be seeing him in probably is Army of Erebor, which he's the only hero of legend. So if you take him, he's going to be your general. And I did play at a tournament with Army of Erebor with Dane, King Dane. Obviously, people are like, "Oh, well, his jump, his venerable, that sucks." It's like, well, just don't try and climb him up a wall,
Yeah.
and it doesn't
Yeah,
really
it's so
matter.
niche.
Then you still have a defense 8, strength 4, master forged dwarf in your rank, and yeah, he is only one fate, but still he's that D8, so he's most so strength 3 armies are going to be mooning him on 6x4s, which is funny because I played a game against Rangers of Mirkwood, and I put Dane just into Tariel, so it was just Dane and Tariel. I lost the fight, and Tariel rolls a trip 6, and I had no fate, and and then took Dane out. And I was
Oh,
so cheesed. I was like, really? And that was like the only, you know,
yeah.
that's the only time I've seen him like get killed like that because he's still again a
Shot,
hardy
yeah.
dwarf. That being said, I don't like. There's better ways to make up the army to
Hmm.
to not even use him
I think he
because
gets overshadowed.
he gets overshadowed by the Gimli Gloin, rerolling failed wounds together, and then
Yep.
you just throw Bofer in there for some extra cheese. But I did play Dane Thorn 3 and Bofer, and I think I went 3-1 that day, so like not bad. I think he's
Yep.
still a good profile, but you can make up the list in other better ways.
Yeah, I think he slots into B. I don't have
Yeah,
much else to say about him.
yeah. I think he
The
goes into
battlefield wide
B.
standfast is always nice to have, but
I think he goes above
where he's
Radagast.
on him there, he's got to go above Radagast, I think, yeah. The Gandalf the cart one's still weird. It just doesn't look
Gandalf the
right there.
cart, like you want him higher. Gandalf cart. I could go Gandalf
I think
cart higher because just thinking about it more, like a Gandalf can shut down an Aeronor no problem.
the only reason, and really the only reason why he's sitting there, I think, is because he's so vital to those lists. Like, he's like the only good thing.
Gandalf, I'm trying to put you in the top of B. Oh my
All
word.
right. Well, Ben figures it out. Oh, you got Lendl back.
Yeah, Helen. Okay, yeah,
Elendil.
he came back. Oh my
What if
word.
you? Oh, beautiful! You got
Oh,
it.
he's
You
back.
got it.
He's
You
back.
got it there. You got it.
I
Okay.
got it. Yeah, sorry. I got it.
Elendil. Elendil. The issue with him again. I think he's like a thrower. Numenor. Okay, so well, he's in the last alliance, but you'd like to see him in Numenor, leading
Mm-hmm.
his home
Being
crew.
his.
So Elendil, he's 175 points, move 6, fight 8, nothing to sniff at. Shoot value 4 plus, strength 5, D7, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4 plus, intelligence 4 plus, might and will 3, and fate 1. He's got challenge, strike, and strength. He has Narsil, which is a unique Master Forge two-handed weapon. Additionally, if you are wielding Narsil, you may declare a heroic combat during each fight phase for free. He's resistant to magic, and he is the High King of Gondor and Arnor. The range of Elendil Standfast is 12 rather than 6. Super solid profile. The thing that's missing here is, of course, the option to take a mount.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is, and it's a shame we don't see him more on the table. We were seeing him a lot, I think, near the end of last edition. People were realizing how, I mean, you always saw him, but I feel like it was, yeah, at the end, people were really realizing how good he was. But, yeah, you can't take him with a mount, so he loses definitely a good chunk of his killing power. Like, he's still really killy, being strength 5 plus 1 to wound.
Mm-hmm.
And he just gets overshadowed by having a bad list. And then even the last alliance, the last alliance he gets overshadowed too because he's such a
Yeah,
big point sink.
his son.
You know, You see the Elrond Isildur, what's it called, duo a lot of the time. So you
And then
just often
Isildur
don't
can
see
also
him.
take the ring as well, with just
He,
because he can't
yeah,
take the ring with Elendil.
can't take it with his dad.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a tricky one. He's such a good profile, but for various reasons he's overshadowed. I mean, he does a lot for his list, obviously in Numenor and Last Alliance, which I think is the better list, which you're going to see more often. Obviously, is not he's not as vital. He's I don't even know. I don't even want to. I don't want to make a call on this guy.
I think he goes. I think he could go bottom of B,
Bottom of B. I would only.
like
I
maybe
would
above
say
Earl.
somewhere probably. Yeah, I was gonna say probably. Oh man, I think
I'd
our.
put him. I'd put him above Earl. What are you gonna say? You think our?
It's weird seeing Errol down there. He's probably bottom of B. Like as crazy as that sounds, I think you're right. I don't think he does enough in Last Alliance, and B is just a bunch of characters. It's weird again. I
I
think
think we'll
because
have to
of because
rearrange.
the tier. Yeah, the tier lists again. We're like keeping it. The tier lists are
Trying to be
weirder
fair.
this edition. Yeah, we're trying to be fair to kind of the lists that they're in. Like it's weird because you can't just before it was like, okay, this profile is this, and okay, they're great, so put them here. But now it's like they're attached to that list. So what do they do within that list too?
I think
Yeah,
we'll have to
maybe
probably
we'll
end up
rearrange
dropping
B there at
down
the
like the
end.
second half. Who
Yeah.
knows? Next up is Treebeard. Treebeard can only be taken in Fangorn. So Treebeard is move 6, fight 8, shoot value 3 plus, strength 8, D8, 4 attacks, 4 wounds, courage 3 plus, intelligence 4 plus, 3 might, 4 will, 3 fate. He has defense, march. I didn't even know he had march. Strength and strike. He's dominant 5, fearless, large target, terror, woodland creature, and then he has the bludgeon, which is the end special role, and he can take Merry and Pippin. And then he can. I think he can still use their might will fate is the same, because they're the weird. They're the weird passengers. Oh, they don't have any might will.
Mm-hmm.
They just have their fate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I like Treebeard's profile, but again, like we talked about in the monster tier list, he's lacking the monstrous charge. So you just get a Treebeard trapped, and it's not uncommon to see him die. He has 4 wounds, D8, 4 wounds, 3 fate, and D8. He
Mm-hmm.
he's not entirely hard to kill if you've got enough models on him, but he is pretty killy. Like you have to bog him down to kill him. You're not going to one shot him.
Yeah.
Okay. I like Treebeard's profile. Again, like we talked about in the monster tier list, he's missing monster's charge, so he's really easy to tie down and just whittle away. Whittle, literally like a stick. He just gets picked up. He just gets picked apart, and because your bludgeon doesn't pop off, or you don't get priority, and you just get charged. Lots of fearless kicking around as well, so terror isn't a big deal to most armies. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, Treebeard. He's a menace. He's great for the list. He's got that throwing rock, which is
That too.
obviously awesome. His stat line's great. He is he is a terror to anything that he runs up against. Like you don't want to be 1v1ing this guy.
Mm-hmm.
But the obvious is that he can get tied down pretty easily, and he doesn't have the monstrous charge, so he's not always the killiest as much as you would hope him to be for what's his point value here? 200?
200 with
190.
Merry and Pippin.
Yeah, 200 with Mary Pippin. So I'd comfortably slot him into. I would probably slot him into A.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Above Thror.
Yeah,
I
sure.
think he's clapping Thror.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Alrighty. Imrahil.
Prince Imrahil.
Imrahil. This is top three of my favorite characters for sure in Lord of the Rings. He gets, too bad he's not in the movies, but we get him in this. So you can take him
And you've
in,
got him in the
obviously, the
model.
fiefdoms. Yeah, and he's got, which is crazy. Still boggled about that, but we'll take it, I guess. So he is 160 points. He's got the move 6, fight 7, shoot value 4, plus strength 4, d7, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4 plus, intelligence 3 plus, and he's might will fate 3. He's got defense, resolve, strength, and strike, and the lineage of Numenor. The range of his standfast is 12 rather than 6, and Dol Amroth for Gondor. Other friendly Dol Amroth models treat Prince Imrahil has a banner range of 6 rather than 12. You know, they could have made this battlefield wide like other lists we've seen, but I don't know. For this one, they chose not to. For a pretty debated list on whether this list is good or bad, I think everybody's you it's like the classic, you have two camps on this list. It's either great or it's not. I think the consensus is it's probably not, because you just don't see it a lot. So the people that are saying it's great obviously aren't putting it into action and taking this list. But yeah, Prince Imrahil, his stat line is super solid. He's got the fight 7, 3's in all the right places. He's got the heroic actions that you want. He's got the armor, horse, and lance for another 30 points, which you're probably going to take. But yeah, and then he's attached to the army bonuses, obviously. Is it the army bonus? Yeah, if a friendly hero charges into combat, then during the fight phase, infantry models within 6 of that hero share the same faction keyword, gain additional plus 1 to wound making strikes. So the kick with that is it's tricky because you could take this guy not mounted, but it's really tricky because, again, he's your banner, so you want him on the mount to expand that banner range, but it wouldn't be terrible to have him on foot either to get that army bonus. So he's more mid than I'd like him to be this edition, especially taking down that banner range. It would have been people already thought 12 inches was too much, so it was kind of crazy that they then made a list that just had a battlefield wide and not attached to literally anything.
Yeah.
Like, at least the banner was attached to Imrahil. Like, if they made him 12 this edition, you can still kill Imrahil. Okay, great. I honestly don't think anybody would have had an issue with him being 12 this edition.
Yeah.
But I like him as a profile. I would like to see him. I would like to put him more on the table myself. What do you think about him?
I don't really have much more to add. Yeah, I agree. Pretty middle of the road. But I do think Fiefdoms is good.
I think it's a little underrated. I do think the people talking it up should take it out, because I think it can do more than. I think I'm more on the side of the camp that it is good.
Mm-hmm. I am too. Playing it is satisfying to play, and getting +1 fight value and your fight 5 pike line.
All right, so let's slot him into. I'm comfortable slotting him into probably A, to be honest.
Okay.
I think for what he does for his list.
Sure.
I think he's got to be A, with the banner effect and the +1s and solid stat line. But above, I would put him above. I'd probably slot him above Aemir. I think he's better.
Yeah. All right. I'm okay with that.
Okay. Aragorn Strider.
Yeah, Aragorn Strider. Okay. So Aragorn, we all know Aragorn. Move 6, fight 7, shoot value 3, strength 4, d5, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4 plus, intelligence 3 plus, 3s across the board, heroic accuracy, challenge, defense, march, resolve, strength, and strike. He's got the Ring of Bara here, so he can after he makes a resist test, he on a natural 6 he ignores the magical power. He's Horse Lord, he is Mighty Hero, and he is resistant to magic, and he can take a bow.
Thank goodness they made him good this edition.
Yeah.
There's like 2 characters in the whole Lord of the Rings that you have to make good, and it's Aragorn and Sauron, and they did it with one.
True.
But not the other.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty solid profile. The D5 is where it really lacks is the defense, but you can't complain about a Mighty Hero Fight 7. There's nothing to
Yep.
complain about there.
Yeah. How many points was he? He's
160,
160. Yeah. Okay, so he's
and he's
40
Elven
points
Cloak.
less than Gandalf. Cloak. Yeah.
I think
I think
he's
he.
S tier.
Yeah, I don't think there's any debating there. I think he sits below
Below
Gandalf.
Gandalf. I agree.
He's got a few more funky shenanigans that he can do. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Bard.
Bard the Bowman,
Here's a guy we don't see often now.
rarely ever.
Bard the Bowman. Yeah, Bard the Bowman. So he is Hero of Legend in which list?
Survivors.
Survivors of Lake Town. Is he Hero of Legend in Battle 5 Armies?
He could
He
be.
is. He is too, yeah. So if we go to, I mean, you're probably not taking him again in Battle 5 Armies because of the other people that you can take, all the other Heroes of Legend. So if we go to Survivors of Lake Town, you have to exchange the Great Bow for armor and horse, so that's 20 points. So he's 150 total. He's move 6, fight 5, shoot value 3+, which is good if you have a bow, obviously. Strength 4, D5, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4+, intelligence 4+. He's might, will, fate 3 right across the board. He's got sharpshooter, swarm protector for Bane, swarm protector for Sigrid, and swarm protector for Tilda. He's got rapid fire, which is if this model hits a target with its great bow, it may make another shooting attack with its great bow that targets the model within 3 of the initial target, even if it's the same. Yada yada yada. You can do that up to 3 times. So if shot, Bard never suffers a -1 penalty to hit for moving and shooting. That's a good little rule. And Windlance trained. So if this model is upgraded with the Windlance, he counts as the only crew for the siege engine. Well, may move further than 6 away from the siege engine. At any point, blah, 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 blah. All the other siege engine shenanigans. And the Black Arrow. If he is upgraded to take the Windlance, then once per game, Bard can fire the Black Arrow instead of shooting normally. If he does, declare that he is using the Black Arrow before rolling to hit. When shooting the Black Arrow, Bard may reroll any failed to hit rolls and any failed in the weight test. Furthermore, do not roll on the scatter table. Shooting the Black Arrow, a successful to hit roll against the battlefield target will always count as dead on result. All right, so he's got a bunch of shooting rules.
He can't take a Windlance in this list or 5 armies, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's only an Army of Lake Town.
I was going to say too quickly, he has an accuracy, resolve, strength, and strike. Right. And a great bow of, strength 4, 24 inches. So he's kind of like, he's not really combat effective. You can't, he's fight 5, strength 4. He doesn't really get any buff for attacking things. So you're really just kind of sitting in the back and kind of further away, shooting with that bow with the rapid fire, hoping you hit. And I don't know. I mean, he's just so mid. He's so
I agree.
mid.
He's so mid.
The list. You go.
I was going to say the list is just pretty lackluster as well. Like Lake Town Militia and like Fight 2, Strength 3, D3. They're for 5 points.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just.
So I think, well, I mean, so he is vital to his list because gets the, so the Savior of Lake Town, other friendly Lake Town models within 6 of Bard gain a bonus +1 to their fight value. Additionally, other friendly Lake Town models treat Bard as a banner of 6. And the Heir of Dale, Bard the Bowman gains the Mighty Hero and Fearless special rules. So it's not like he does, I don't know, for lack of better, it's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig. Like you wish that Mighty Hero was on something better.
Yeah.
Like you're going to be using that to, I don't know, shoot, up your wound rolls or something, but it wouldn't be uncommon for somebody like an AR in order to get into your back line, combat into Bard, and him just, get eviscerated. Mm-hmm. So I think, but he does do a lot for his list, so I think he's sitting in B.
I disagree.
Really?
He might do a lot for his list, but.
I mean, he has I don't know. We haven't seen him a lot though this edition too. You know what? It'd be interesting to play with him.
I
And
did play
really,
that one game with him, and then
yeah,
you played the no Balrog Depths of Moria list, and we got to one turn of combat, and I forfeited.
we gave up.
You know what? I'm gonna play something different. I'm gonna play Survivors of Lake Town. Yeah, that'll be cool. Bard
Plays
and
an
his family.
80
Oh,
model.
yeah, and then plays 80 models with like 3 cave trolls. And
Yeah.
yeah, I had enough of that game.
Yeah. I don't know. Bard's tough. I would put him bottom of B. I wouldn't be afraid to put him bottom of B with the Mighty Hero shenanigans.
Yeah, I guess.
And he does so much for his list.
Sure. Sure.
Gilgalad.
Gilgalad. Okay.
Now here's a.
You've got some fine words for Gilgalad.
Yeah.
Okay, so Gilgalad is move value 6, fight 9, shoot value of 3, strength 4, D7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 3 plus, intelligence 4 plus, 3 might, 3 will, 1 fate. He has Eglos, his elven
Yeah.
spear,
Agelos. Yep. Yep.
which is +1 to wound when making strikes. He causes terror, a woodland creature. He's 12-inch standfast, and he's Lord of the West. You have said a lot of things to me about Gilgalad. Why don't you go ahead and talk about Gilgalad?
Yeah. I'd like to. Again, he got the Elendil treatment where you can't take him on a horse, which is a shame. He's the same shenanigans with Elendil and Last Alliance, where you're not going to take him because you're taking Elrond and Isildur. He's a big point sink. And I guess Linden, he is the leader. But the kicker with him is the fact that he is fight 9 and he doesn't have strike. So yeah, I mean, it was kind of one of those. Like almost goth moggy type things where it's like you're at fight 9. I know, like sure we understand that like if he strikes he's automatically there, but just let him have it anyways because sometimes he needs it. A good example is that he could have been a bit of a meta breaker for depths, right? You know, you have a fight 9 elven made weapon and you can strike and you're +1 to wound. So you get a trap on the Balrog, and who knows, maybe it could have been a meta breaker, but here we are. He's fight 9, and you're not going to put him into the Balrog because of that. So he just, and even like, again, like you see the men of the West running around like Aragorn for Frodo, fight 8. Strikes, he's matching bare minimum, and then up to 10 potentially, and you're taking out an Elven Lord for 175 points. He's still cool because he's got the hiking the elves with that stand fast that affects elf hero models in Lord of the West, which is never anything to sniff at. It's a great rule, but for what he is, he comes out as mid, and I think it is because of that missing strike. Because again, even in combat, he's not bad because of the +1, so it wouldn't be uncommon for him to kill 2 models.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd be putting him in. He's probably sitting C, to be honest. C, because of what it's his points value. You want him to do more, and he just doesn't do what he should be doing, which is fighting Balrogs or fighting Aragorns, and he can't do that. So I'd put him in C. I think I'd put him above. I'd put him at the lowest.
I'd put him at really?
Yeah. I think it's just too much. He's too much for what he doesn't do. Doesn't do enough.
Fair enough. Okay, next is Arvidui.
Okay.
We both have lots of experience with Arnor.
Yeah, that's true. I'll read out his stat line. You can break him down for us. So Arvidui, He is 80 points, a cheap hero legend coming in here. Move 6, fight 5, shoot value 4 plus, strength 4, d6, attack 3, 2 wound, courage 5 plus, intelligence 5 plus, might 3, will 2, fate 1. He's got defense, strength, and strike as his actions. Hatred Angmar doesn't really matter, and King of the North stand fast at 12 rather than 6. What do you think about him?
Words cannot describe how much I love this army.
I thought you were going to say Arvadui for a second. I was like, wow, I didn't know you
And
liked him that much.
Arvadui. I love playing Arnor. There's just something there's just so much fun to be had playing Arnor, and it's good. It's really good this edition. Okay, so I'll go through.
Oh yeah.
So hatred, yeah, you said hatred Angmar. There is some Angmar kicking around, so that can come into effect. But Arvadui just is the center of the list for Arnor. Like the 12-inch standfast is crazy good. Then the army bonus, fearless within 6 inches of Arvadui, which is great because your warriors of Arnor are only courage 8, which is bad. And then the other 2 are for then there's the +1 hero. Malbeth saves Arnor heroes on 4s rather than 5s. So that just keeps Arvadui alive that little bit more. But I just love this list. I think Arvadui is a really good profile, but he is very easy to kill.
Especially for his points, though. Like 80 points. That's
especially for his points.
Peanuts.
80. Yeah, exactly. Like 1 fate, 2 wounds. But once Arvadui is dead, your army does tend to fall apart pretty easily. Especially if you're facing something with some terror or, really just like something with terror. Then you're taking those courage checks. Even if you break, then Arvadui's dead, you're going to be running like crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah. So much is attached to him.
Yeah, but that means he just does that much more for his army. I think he belongs. I think he belongs in A tier.
I think he's A. I think he and again, people are like, oh yeah, you can kill him, whatever. But I think if Arvadui's dying within the first half of the game, you're playing him
wrong.
I think
Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think you keep him back.
Arnor.
Yeah, I know. You go then.
I was gonna say because I played Arnor at Winter's Wrath, and I didn't have Arvadui die a single time that day. Not even take a wound. I was playing quite cautious with him because of the armies I was
maybe playing
against.
too passively.
But he still saw a good amount of turns of combat. But I was also rolling pretty hot that day. But yeah, I love this list.
Yeah, you keep him in the back, and then if your troops are dying for whatever reason, then he can fill in the gaps, and he's still 3 attacks, strength 4, so he can take out a troop or 2 a turn.
For sure.
I really like Arvadui, and yeah, he does so much for his list. And Malbeth, like pseudo, I know we shouldn't necessarily be judging kind of on other things that affect him, but they are like a duo. So I think he's solid. He's definitely an A. He's got to be. To be honest, I think he's right behind Elrond.
I was just gonna say for his point cost 80 points to get a fearless 12-inch stand fast. There's not much
he does for the list.
Yeah. What he does for the list.
He's got his buddy in that picture with him there, too.
I know. I couldn't quite crop him out.
Dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Gideon. I played Gideon once this edition. I played against him. He's a 80-point model, just like Arvadui. He's got a move of 6, fight value 5, shoot value 3 plus. Strength 4, D6, attack 3, wounds 2, courage 4 plus, intelligence 5 plus, might 3, will 2, fate 1. He's got accuracy and strike. And he's got the hatred dragon rule, windlance trained, and Lord of Dale. So it's 12 inches. Additionally, friendly models within 3 of Gideon may reroll 2 and rolls of a natural 1 when making strikes. Gideon's kind of Gideon. You put the windlance on him. You're not putting him into combat. When you're taking him, you're putting the windlance on him for him to shoot. So it's kind of an automatic 50 points. So you're up to 130. And then what's attached to him here? He gearing gains a fearless special roll with the army bonus. Additionally, models that can draw a line of sight to him gain a bonus of +1 for courage test. That's actually a good rule. I saw it come into effect when I played against Dale. Yeah, I mean, models were sticking around that maybe shouldn't have. And yeah, I mean, he's pretty straightforward. Again, not a very great stat line, but you're just having him in the back and shooting models. Do I really want that as my hero of legend? You know, he's like he fits like a very specific role in the army. I don't know. What do you think about him?
I think, well, yeah, I think he's 130 points, but I think he easily gains his 130 points back. Siege engines are weird though, where they can just not pop off and then you don't get
Yeah,
your points cost. But
like
then
in the points he gets his points back like he does, like big
yeah,
time. But then
yeah.
you're right, like it's like the 50-50.
But and then eventually, you're and entirely scenario dependent as well. Like you could get some funky maelstrom deployments and not be able to sit still. But then you just move the wind lances up and your +1 a wound within the wind lances. And he's the only he can leave the wind lance, correct or no? Is he not?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
can because he's
he,
the
he,
Windlands
he's
trained or whatever.
yeah. So he can leave the wind lance, so he can like leave it behind and have someone else carry it for him and keep the +1 a wound. I don't know. Dale is kind of like that funky. I don't know. Yeah, it is funky.
I think I'm slotting him right behind Arnor.
Yeah,
B.
I think he's a solid B. I think he goes below King. I don't know. I don't
I
want
think
to
he
do
does more
my.
for his. I think he
I
does
know,
more
but
for his list than
King
Dane.
Dane has that battlefield wide standfast though.
Yeah, but you're not even taking Dane half the time.
True.
You're taking him. Like you're
Yeah.
taking.
Fair enough. Okay, LSR. Do we even need to look at this?
Yeah, I mean we'll read his stats off quick, but I think it's quite easy
We
to
don't
say
know
we're
where he's
slotting him
going.
into A. Or sorry, S.
I was gonna say it. So he's a move 6, fight 7, strength, shoot value 3, strength 4, D7, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4 plus, intelligence 3 plus, 3 might, 3 will, 3 fate, all the heroics. He has Andoril, so he never needs to roll more than a 4, and he can still gain +1 wound if he two hands. He still has the Ring of Bearer here. He's still Horse Lord. He's still Mighty Hero. He's still resistant to magic, and then he has the 6-inch banner. Friendly models. Treat him as, and then you can take him on a horse, armored horse, and then you can't take Gwai here. So that's really your only. Do you take him with the horse? Do you take him without? That's the only choice
Yeah.
really with him. But otherwise,
That's a 50. That's just play style.
yeah,
He's good both ways. Like you're still chopping. He still has killing ability off the horse.
yeah,
Yeah, we're putting him top S. He's got to
sure.
be. He's got to be top 2 models in the game right now. And then Men of the West, he's got the Frodo. So the +1
Fight
fight is the big one. And what is it? Within 6 inches, you can reroll wounds or something. Reroll ones or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but
Plus
it's
one
the fight.
reroll ones.
Yeah, it's the fight that you're worried about and want. So top S, right where you should be.
Next up is Thorin Oakenshield.
Thorin Oakenshield. So Thorin's company.
Thorin's
Hero of Legend. Yeah. He is 100 points. Move 5, fight value 6, shoot value 4, strength 4, D7, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4 plus, intelligence 5 plus, and might, will, fate 3 across the board. He's got defense, march, strength, and strike. He loyalty on a willing heart. I can ask no more than that. Friendly Thorin's company models within 6 inches of Thorin may reroll 2 wound rolls with a natural 1 when making strikes. Additionally, friendly Thorin's company models may benefit from Thorin's stand fast. Solid profile. Do you take him with Orcrist? Do you not? Maybe.
I
think it's
Orcrist.
It's probably worth it. Yeah.
Depends on what other dwarves you're taking with him to fill in that point gap. Because you can build this list in so many different ways. You have options of 2 wizards and Gwai here. But then you also have Thorn's company models can use will points to call marches, so you can keep them moving. And then there's the family ties, but Thorn doesn't have any family. I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's a
mean,
pretty mid profile, I think.
so he's legend in Thorn's company, obviously. What else is he
Yeah,
legend in? Erebor
there's
Reclaimed, he's legend in.
that
Oh,
is
sorry, that's King.
King.
That's
That's
King Under the
King.
Mountain.
Yeah, that's a different
Yeah,
profile. He's also on here.
yeah. All right, so if we're just looking at, yeah, Thorn Oakenshield, he's pretty mid. I think you do take him with Orchrist just for the Elven Blade roll off with the Fight 7, with all
And you get
these Fight
Terror
7
Orcs to
elf
crack.
wards, and yeah, I think that's a nice to have, but you're not banking on it.
No.
What was the other thing you take? Yeah, you can take the Oaken Shield. Yeah, what is the Oaken Shield? Additionally, if Thorin elects to shield with the Oaken Shield and wins the combat, then he may inflict a single strength 4 hit on one enemy model involved in the combat. Okay, kind of cool, kind of not. Fairly mid. I'm probably putting him behind Arnor too.
Yeah, I think that's pretty fair.
A lot of B. A lot of B.
Yeah. Up next is my boy Beorn.
Ooh.
Beorn
Yep.
can be taken as a hero of legend in the Beornings. I'm not sure if he can be if he's hero of legend in Radagast Alliance or Five Armies. He probably is.
He's Valor in Radagast.
Okay. So I'll go over his profile really quick. So Beorn the Man is move 6, fight 6, shoot value 4, strength 5, D5, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 3, intelligence 4, 3s across the board, defense, strength, and strike. He's burly, and then in the man form, he's dominant 2. He's fearless, resistant to magic, woodland creature, and then he has the skin changer, so he changes into the bear. It's changed now. You don't have to roll for it, and you just place the model in base contact, so you do gain an inch of movement essentially. So on your when you change, you get to move 9 inches rather than 8, technically. Then Beorn the Bear is move 8, fight 8, shoot value 4, strength 8, D8, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 3, intelligence 6, and then 3 might, 3 will, 3 fate. Burly, dominant 5, fearless, monstrous charge, resistant to magic, terror, woodland creature, skin changer, berserk, so he has to charge if he has, if he's able to, and he cannot change into a man form. And then he has the bear hug, brutal power attack. Yeah. Oh wait, did I just read out Grim Beorn by accident? No, that was Beorn. Yeah. Then there's the
Berserk. That's not. Yeah,
yeah. True.
Grimbear doesn't have Berserk.
Very true. I forgot about that. So really good profile. The Berserk is really his only downfall. You can't go wrong with a fight 8, 3 attack bear.
Yeah.
And I used them to pretty good effect at a tournament recently. I've played them 3 times at tournaments now. Beorn is just amazing. He does support his army a little bit with the bear banner, and then they also have the 6+ saves with the bear save, and then there's also for each friendly bear model you have on the battlefield, you roll a 6, and on a nat 6, enemy models are neg 1 to their courage checks when trying to charge the bears.
I think he slots into S comfortably. I don't really have much more to say about him. You don't want to run into this guy on the table generally, unless you have a ring or some other fancy ability.
I think he goes above Strider.
He definitely goes above. Oh yeah, he goes. Yeah,
I think he goes above Strider. Dane Ironfoot. This is my
Dane.
This is my brother.
You want to do Dane? Yeah, you do Dane. He's your boy.
Sure, I'll do Dane. I'm happy with that. So Dane is a move value 5, fight 7, shoot value 4, strength 5, D8, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 3, intelligence 5, 3 might, 3 will, 3 fate. He's challenge, march, strength, and strike. He's burly, fearless, Lord of the Iron Hills, so he's 12-inch. Friendly Iron Hills models are fearless within 12 inches of Dane. Fiery temper. After Dane has killed a model, then he must charge whenever possible. Fearsome charge, so he causes terror after he charges. and headbutt. So if he fails to kill everybody in the combat, he can knock a model prone on a 5+. And he can take the War Boar, which is 2 wounds, solid mount to take him on. Move 8. Dane, I think, not much to be said about Dane. A strength 5, +1 a wound.
Fight 7 too.
7.
Nice little buff.
I think he sits in S tier very, very comfortably. What do you think?
Ooh. Now the only reason... Oh, man, that's tough. He could sit in S tier comfortably. I don't know about comfortably.
I think he's sitting pretty comfortable up there in a big recliner.
Yeah. With his Scottish accent. I think the only reason why I disagree is because he can get baited. He can get baited. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I hate playing Dane because even if you lose, if you lose a fight to Dane, you're getting slapped back hard with the strength 5 +1 to wound. So there's no escaping him.
The only counter argument I would make to that is when there are very few cases and in very few scenarios where Dane isn't going to be charging.
What if you just get move offed?
How do you mean? Like I'm making a point for the being baited part, like baiting Dane out, out of position.
Yeah,
he's gonna want to charge regardless. So, I guess you could just, I don't know. I think he sits S tier.
Oh man, I don't want to put him. I mean, I guess he'd.
You don't want to put him against your.
No,
Okay, I could settle for. I could settle for top of A if you really don't want to put him S tier. Because if I'm putting him in S tier, I'm going to put him below LSR, below Strider.
Well, my thing is he's definitely below Strider. I think my thing is with him, and I think what is so frustrating is that he's the F7. He's the F7, and again, if you are charging him or whatever, and even with his 3 strikes, he could be putting 2 wounds back on you easily. Mm-hmm. Even if you're, defense 7. And that's what I'm struggling with here, because that makes me want to put him into S, but at the same time, I don't really mind Thranduil going up against him, because Thranduil has the Elven Blade. So he's sketched out with some of those heroes. I would put him in A still, personally, but I would do a roll-off for that.
Okay, I'll roll it off.
1 to 3, he goes A. On a 4 to 6, he goes S.
Okay.
And I mean, his War Boar, 2 wounds. Just roll it off. Just roll it.
It's on a 3. It was on a 6. It was a 6 and it was cut, and I re-rolled it and it was a 3, just so everyone knows.
Okay.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with him on top of A.
All right, what's next?
Helm. Hammerhand.
Hammerhand, this one's for you again, Andrew. Army of Edras, for sure he's Hero of Legend in there.
Mm-hmm.
Helm is 160 points. He's got a fight value of 6. Too bad it's not 7, but whatever. Shoot value 4+, strength 5, D7, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4+, intelligence 5+, might, will, fate 3 across the board. He has a 2-handed weapon in the horn of the hammerhand as war gear. He's got Burly, Expert Rider, Horse Lord, Leader, Rohan Royal Guard, and he is the Hammerhand, which is, again, you can never be considered unarmed. And into the fray. Helm Hammerhand may declare heroic combat each fight phase for free. However, after he has slain an enemy model for the rest of the battle, whenever Helm moves, he must charge an enemy model if possible. So, 160 points, solid profile. He's got those free heroic combats. He can get a little hamstrung by obviously having to charge. But, yeah, I mean, I don't really have much else to say about him. I wish we did see him more. I wish Rohan was a little better. And, he was a bit more of a menace, but
Yeah, the fight 7 is the only thing where he's lacking, really.
yeah, to be honest too, like, well, last edition he got the free. He was mighty hero and he got free hero combats, so he's missing that obviously. But as a profile in of himself, I think we're ranking him pretty high. I think it's more of the list that he gets shut down by, and he doesn't. I mean, when a friendly Rohan hero charges until the end of the turn, friendly Rohan warrior models within 6 inches of them will automatically pass curse tests for charging an enemy with the Terror special rule. And at the start of the fight phase, your general can use a special rule if they charge. And okay, but it's just your general, so it doesn't even necessarily need to be Helm. So I mean, he doesn't do a whole ton for his list, but as a profile, I think he's better than a lot of the ones we see here. I think honestly, as a profile, he's probably slotting into A. Low, like above
Thrower?
Above Thror. He's not as good as Aimer.
No. Or Treebeard. Do you want to do Gwai here?
Let's do Gwai here. Yeah, I'll do Gwai here. Yeah, playing the Eagles. I should know his stat line off. Move 12, fight 8, strength 6, defense 8, intelligence 3+, and courage 3+. Want to double check that I'm saying that right. Was that all right?
Yep. Fight 8, strength 6, D8, 3 attacks.
Attack 3. So we got the attack buff this edition. He's Might, Will, Fate 3 across the board. He's got Dom 4, Fly, Large Target, Monstrous Charge, Terror, and the Windlord, which the Windlord essentially just only Eagle and Wizard models may benefit from Gwahir Standfast or from his heroic actions. Solid profile. He's got the 12-inch Fly. He's always a threat. I think we're slotting him into S. And for his list, he's got
Piercing Cry.
Potentially the best rule in the whole game. One of the best, for sure. I think he slots in above Bayorn, to be honest. That's my take.
I was going to say above Bayorn, below Gandalf the White.
Probably just because of the Piercing Cry.
Okay, Thorin Oakenshield, King of the Mountain. So he's move 5, fight 7, shoot value 4+, strength 4, D8, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4+, intelligence 5+, 3 might, 3 will, 1 fate. He's fearless, hatred, Gundabad. He's treated as a banner by dwarf models, and whenever he charges into combat, it's also weird in this rule. If Thorin charges into combat while he has the infantry keyword, he can never have anything other than the infantry keyword. Then during his fight phase, he may declare heroic combat for free. That's just reused from last edition. Yeah, I mean, pretty solid profile. In Erebor Reclaim, does he gain anything? They just get the march and charge, so nothing really tied to Thorin. He's a banner for dwarf models. You know, it's a pretty good profile, really. Just the one fate is the.
He's got to be somewhere AS. Like,
sorry, what'd you say?
He's got to be somewhere in ARS. He's got the what's it called? He's got the Fight 7 this edition, which is so good. And he can have an elven weapon.
Yeah, with Orcust.
You can choose to equip it, right? You don't come equipped with it.
No.
Yeah, you can choose to equip it. I wouldn't be afraid right now to move Dane and Thranduil up into S, just because A is getting so crowded.
Sure. And then would you put Thorin?
I think Galadriel doesn't hit that.
No. I think I'd put Thorin
at
the top of A.
Top of A. He's not killy. You can't really... he's not killy. It's just as simple as that. But you want this guy to be doing with his free roll combats and shenanigans. So I think that's what brings him back down to A.
I'm such an unk.
What's the next model? Glorfindel?
Yeah.
Glorfindel! Okay. This guy's going S. I'm just saying that right off the bat before I even read his profile.
Yep.
You can take him in Battle of Fornost. You can also take him in Linden and Rivendell. Sorry, but Linden, he's not Legend.
No.
Sorry, and Riv, he's not Legend either.
It's just Fornost.
Okay, so I mean, okay. It's slightly changes because Hero of Valor in Rivendell, he's amazing. Again, he's not your leader usually because Elrond is, but has to be taken in Battle of Fornost. I just got it. He's got to be taken. He's 160. He can take Ashfloth, which you're usually gonna Asfaloth. It's not Ashfloth. There's no sh there. It's Asfaloth. Asfaloth. Anyways, no.
Yeah.
You're not gonna take the regular horse unless you're taking Arwen, but in this you're not taking Arwen anyways. So, Glorfindel, 160 points. Fight 8, move 6, strength value, shoot value 3, strength 4, d7 attack 3, wound 3, courage 3 plus, intelligence 3 plus, might, will, and fate 3 across the board. He's got the elven hand and a half weapon, so we can two-hand. He's got the armor Gonlin, which is awesome this edition because it's a unique heavy armor. While he's wearing it, enemy monster models engaged in combat with him cannot use brutal power attacks. Now, just a note here, that means if you're engaged in combat with them, they can't use brutal power attacks, so it's not necessarily just against Glorfindel. It's against anybody, as long as you're engaged in combat.
No hurling.
Yeah. So, he's got Expert Rider, Horse Lord, Resistant to Magic, Terror, Woodland Creature, Hero of the Elves, so he gets +1 against monster models, and Lord of the West. Glorfindel's an absolute beast. He's got 3s in all the right places. He's the Fight 8, which is just the hair above all the other Fight 7 heroes. Excuse me. Not a lot of Fight 8, 9 in the game. And he's a monster counter because he's got the +1 and he can't be brutal power attacked. So he's a little bit of a meta breaker. And the kicker is it's hard to get him off his horse. You just can't. He's got the Horse Lord. Asfaloth has the will and fate, so you're often I played Glorfindel once, I think, in a tournament. I've played him a bunch, but often he's not getting dismounted. And I joke that he's, if you shoot at him, sure, he's just gonna use his fate then to Horse Lord those wounds. So super solid. I think he's going to S for sure, unless you disagree.
I don't disagree.
And he's got to go. To be honest, I think he's above Beorn.
I was just gonna say above Beorn, yeah.
He's not afraid to go against Beorn, fight those monsters with the Elven Blade, win the roll off, and then chop him with a +1 to wound if he's two-handing Lord of the West. So pretty nasty.
Okay, next up is Hera, the Bride of Death. So only in the Defenders of Hornburg. So she is move value 6, fight 6, shoot value 3+, strength 4, d5, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4+, intelligence 4+, 3s across the board, heroic challenge, heroic defense, and strike. Fearless, unyielding combat stance, so she can't be knocked prone. On a 4+, she's not knocked prone. Warrior Bride. I almost said Warrior Pride. Warrior Bride. Enemy models engaged in combat with Hera cannot declare a heroic strike, which is pretty cool. And Fury of the Hammerhand. In a turn which Hera charges, she must reroll all failed to wound rolls when making strikes, and she can take a shield. This profile is pretty good. Not being able to strike up against her means she can potentially strike to 9 and just win against. She could just win against Glorf.
Even like an Aragorn is mildly scared.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
She's got to be saving.
Not
him.
even mildly.
He is scared because she's still strength 4.
Yeah, he is scared. She just got to roll a 3, and she's above. She's above.
Yeah,
him.
exactly. Yeah, and then doesn't Olin have some special rule with her?
Maybe. I don't
She's
think
sworn
so.
protector. That's it. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's a pretty good profile. I think, and then even within the list too. So she's in this list. You're not taking Hera. You're gonna take.
Yeah.
It's debatable whether you take Helm, but you're gonna take Hera. So 99
Hmm.
times out of 10, she's gonna be your general.
That's the tricky part with her because
Is
she's only D5.
Then she's D5 general, which is pretty tough.
Yeah.
But then you're surrounded by all the Rohan infantry that are dominant too.
Hmm.
And she gets to reroll all her failed wound rolls when she gets a charge. Like, yeah,
Yeah. So she's killy.
she's definitely killy. I'd slot her into A probably.
Maybe
This is tough.
behind. Maybe behind Treebeard.
Yeah, above Helm. She's definitely not because she can't take a horse. If she could take a horse, she'd be pretty cool, pretty lethal. But yeah, I think that makes
I wouldn't
sense.
be afraid.
A.
I wouldn't be afraid at this point either to drop that C category into F.
Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. And do you want to drop the bottom half of B into C?
Yeah, I think Dane's kind of where that. Maybe Radic. Oh no, that's a tough B category. I would only drop
I
Belendil
think
and Bard into C to be
I was
honest.
gonna say I drop Elendil and Bard for sure. Yeah, that looks a little bit better.
Helm's still worth it. Errol's still worth it. They all do things for their
Yeah.
list when you look at that.
Yeah.
When you look at those guys.
All right. Next up is just the generic King of Men.
Yeah, the King of
So
Men.
he's
Um,
only in the realms of men as a hero of legend.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird one because they're King of Men Arnor, King of Men Dale, King of Men Gondor, King of Men Numenor, and King of Men Rohan. So maybe you just kind of taking the average of them all. They're 75 points apiece. Their move 6, fight 6, shoot value 4 plus, strength 4, D5,
They are
attack 3, 2
different.
wound. Yeah, that's true. So I'm reading the Arnor one here. They're all approximately the same. I think the Gondor one has a bonus might and.
Numenor
But anyways,
is
I'll just read
strength
the
5. Yeah, go ahead.
strength 5. All right. Well, we're not going to do them all separately. We'll whatever. Courage 4
I
plus,
think.
intelligence 5 plus,
No.
might will fate 2. They have March Resolve Strike and Fear. Okay, the Arnor one is Fearless.
Yeah, the Arnor one is fearless. The Dale has the 12-inch standfast that they have affects Dale hero models.
Mm.
And it's also reduced attack but increased a wound. So 3 wounds, 2 attacks. Gondor is the same as Dale with the extra might. Yeah, so 3 might. Numenor's up to strength. Same, just strength 5. And Rohan is back down to strength 4 with expert rider.
Yeah, Horse Lord, and they can lead Real
Horse
Guard.
Lord. Yeah.
So all these guys can be equipped with a horse for 20 points. They can exchange armor for heavy armor for 5 points, and they can take a lance for 5 points and a shield for 5 points. Which you're probably going to be giving them at least the lance, heavy armor, and the lance, horse, and shields.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll be 105 points kitted out. Kitted out. They're 110. They are a solid profile. Nothing really too crazy about these guys. They're probably slotting right into B, especially because what they do for the list. I would put them ahead of Girion. They're definitely useful.
Mm-hmm.
You're not expecting
Okay.
to take on an Aragorn, but
Yeah, but they'll do their job. Okay, this is Balin. So King Balin and Reclamation of Moria. So Balin the King is move value 5, fight 6, strength 4, shoot value 4, strength 4, D8, 2 attacks, 2 wounds, courage 4 plus, intelligence 4 plus, 3 might, 3 will, 1 fate. He has Durin's Axe, so he can re-roll the 1d6 re-roll the 1d6 in the dual roll. And Longbeard. So after a priority has been taken, Balin can spend a will point, to allow his controlling player to re-roll. And he has defense, march, heroic resolve and strike. He's 110 points. Pretty average dwarf king.
Very
Nothing
average.
nothing
Two
really
attacks.
too impressive here. The list Reclamation of Moria is not that good.
No.
I'd rather play Khazad-dûm.
Any friendly dwarf hero model that would be considered trap may declare heroic defense for free. So that's not even Balin like himself. I mean, I guess you're taking him in this list. You have to,
He's the general. Yeah, he has to take it.
but pretty mid. You're killing one, maybe two guys a turn, maybe two.
Yeah. He doesn't really buff the army either.
I think he's going C.
I think he
I think
belongs
he's
in
going
C tier.
C, probably right in between. Probably at the end. I'd put him in C at the end.
Yeah, Bard does a little bit more for his army.
I was thinking too, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's put, well, we're already at the end, but I'm thinking we switch Errol and he goes ahead of Kings of Men. I don't know how he ended up that low. I think we're not giving enough credit.
I think stuff just kind of got piled in.
Yeah.
Oops, that's Radagast.
But I don't think he's as bad as that low. Like, he should not be that low. Radagast does some for his list. I think even King Dane should probably drop to the end. Again, I don't think he does anything for his list that can't
He's
be done.
Battlefield Light Standfast though. That's the only thing. Yeah, right.
I mean, Girion does a lot for his list.
That's disappointing for me.
Yeah, I like that. That's where
You do have Guildblad in F tier though.
Yeah. At the bottom, he's the bottom F tier. He's Boromir. Okay. Legend. And Bromir. He is, and you can take him as Hero of Legend in Minas Tirith, correct?
Nope.
Hero of Valor in Minas Tirith.
Just Reclamation.
Okay, good. Reclamation's cooler. Yeah. So Reclamation, Boromir is 160 points. You can equip the banner Minas Tirith for 40, the horse for 20, or a shield for 5. You're taking probably the banner and the horse. Well, the banner is always debated for some reason, so I'm not going to say for sure you're going to take it, but I'll read out his stats here. He's move 6, fight 7, shoot value 4, strength 4, d6, attack 3, wound 3, courage 4 plus, intelligence 5 plus, might 6, will and fate 3. He's got the Horn of Gondor as war gear. He's got challenge, strike, and strength. The Horn of Gondor is unique. If he's involved in a combat, essentially the person with the highest courage must take a courage test. If the courage test is passed, then your file is normal. But if you fail, then no dual roll is made, and Boromir automatically wins the combat. He's leader of Sitgard, and he's the son of Gondor. So in a turn in which he charges, Boromir gains a bonus of +1 to wound when making strikes. Very, very good for him. He is super solid. I'll read the banner Minas Tirith too quickly because it's very important. It's a range of 6. He doesn't suffer the -1 for carrying it. Friendly Gondor warrior models within 6 involved in a drawn combat win the fight. And yeah, so it's a banner, and then you're essentially fight 4.5. I think Boromir, again, it's a solid profile. His special rule I really like. It comes into effect often, especially against like evil armies. Mm-hmm. You're often just going to be winning the fight. It's such a nice little safety that I think people underrate it sometimes. Like the ability for 2 goblins to win the fight off a whiff and then take out your horse is not terribly low. So, I mean, to just have that as a safeguard right off the bat is awesome. So, I think he's slotting it to S. Mm-hmm. I think he slots. Do you have anything to say about him?
Nope.
I think he's slotting behind Baron.
Yeah.
The 6 points of might is. I think there's a debate to be made that 6 points of might, well, maybe not a debate, but 6 points of might compared to Mighty Hero, like 6 points of might, you have those 6 points of might. Mighty Hero, you don't. You get them each turn, right? So
yeah.
Sometimes
Mighty
you want
Hero,
that just
points of might max at once. No, sorry, that's not true. You can spend. You could spend all 4,
3, but yeah.
But Boromir is not scared to just spend 3 might to kill
whatever whatever he
Like put a
needs to.
wound on generals or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do I think it's better? I don't know. Maybe there's a debate to be made there, but Mighty Hero's still really good. So,
Yeah.
last but not least, this is all you,
Durin,
Ben.
King of Khazad-dûm. He is move value 5, fight 7, shoot value 4, strength 4, defense 9, 3 attacks, 3 wounds, courage 4 plus, intelligence 4 plus, 3 might, 3 will, 1 fate. He has challenge, defense, and strike. He has the exquisite mithril armor. He adds 4 to his defense rather than 3. And Durin's axe is a master forged 2-handed weapon. And he can reroll a single d6 on the dual roll. He has the Ring of Durin, so he can reroll his priority roll once per game. He has the Crown of Kings, so on 6s he prevents wounds. And he has the Horn of Zeraxigol, so he can. It's a unique war horn, so you can use it like a war horn, but it also gives him terror. And he is fearless. What doesn't he have?
Yeah.
On a
It's
turn,
got the whole
he
kit and caboodle.
can reroll all of his dice. He can roll 3 dice and reroll each one of them. 1 with the axe, 1 with a banner, and 1 with the being outnumbered in combat, because that's the Khazad-dûm special roll. So he can be rolling 6 dice on the dual roll, and then he's still strength 4 plus 1 wound on the attack. So he's chopping models. He's 1 fate, but he's defense 9, and he has the Crown of Kings. So on nat 6s, he's preventing those wounds. I think he goes into high A tier, even S tier.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, there's a case to be made to not take Durin because he's 170 points. I like him as a leader. Again, he's one of those leaders you're not worried about dying. I'm definitely high A. I don't think.
I think you could
I
go
don't think I'm
high
putting him in S
A.
because he doesn't really. I think he's okay. I would be okay with him sitting right in behind Elrond.
Yeah, in between Arvidui and Elrond. Sure, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
think.
happy with that.
I don't know. I feel like Galadriel's maybe sitting a little too high, but she's still good. I think they're still okay. Maybe the case is that she doesn't do a whole ton for a list now with Celeborn, but whatever. She's still good.
I could put Elrond over Galadriel.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I would
think
put Galadriel
is-
behind Durin.
Yeah, I agree with that. Well, I would put Galadriel behind Arvidui as well.
The only case there is again, yeah, what she does for a less. I don't think Celeborn's often the take now.
Yeah, I think Celeborn does more for the army than
So,
Galadriel. I think she sits behind
those guys.
Arvidui.
Durin's just better. He doesn't do a whole ton for his list, but he's just better. He's got everything. Arvidui does a ton for his list. Elrond's both. He's got, yeah, I think those.
I think that makes a little more sense.
Doran fights 7 right at the top there.
With Orcrist. So he's fights 7.
No, I think we put him. I think we put him behind.
Behind like this.
I think we put him behind
Arvidui.
or even Arvidui. I think Arvidui does more.
I agree.
I think he does more for the list. Yeah, Elrond's right at the top A where he should be.
That makes sense.
That's a tough one. I mean, I don't want to. I mean, everything. Yeah, I think it's skewed SA, which it should be, right? You shouldn't, but well, maybe not how it should be, but how this edition's been playing out. Good has just proved to be very good this edition. A lot of good lists.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like that.
Do you want to go over it real quick?
Let us know if we. Yeah, you can go over it quick and then let us know if we missed anything.
If we messed up anything.
Or you think different.
Tell us how
I'm sure
poorly we ranked your favorite hero. Okay, so at the top of S, we have Elisar, Gandalf the White, Gwaihir, Glorfindel, Beorn, Boromir, Aragorn Strider, Dane, Thranduil. Then A tier, we have Elrond, Durin, Arvidui, Thorin, Thorin the King, Galadriel, Imrahil, Éomer, Treebeard, Hera, Helm, the King, and Thror. Then B tier, we have Gandalf the Grey, Eärnur, Thorin Oakenshield, Earl the Young, the Kings of Men generic profile, Girion, Radagast the Brown, Helm the Wraith, and then Old Man King Dane. C tier we have Elendil, Bard, Balin, and F tier we have Brand, Theoden, and bringing in the rear is Gil-galad.
Gil-galad. I honestly, I didn't really think about it, but it's still kind of surprising to see Gil-galad at the bottom, but I don't care. 175 points, he doesn't do enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and keep thinking about that question. Is Middle-earth inherently non-competitive? Let us know down below. We're not sure when this podcast will be releasing, but next thing for the OSBGL is, again, probably March of the Dead, February 7th. Check out the event page on the OSBGL. I don't have anything else to say.
Nope.
Alrighty. See you guys.
Peace.
Peace.